seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
All right, I remembered to unmute my mic this time.
Reserve time.
So we're not going to have any mishaps like we did last game. Once again, really sorry about that. But we've got some hype to build, as we're in game 3 between Freedom Stack and Team Midnite, and holy crap, has this series been good thus far. And we can only hope that this game is even half as good as the other games, because it's been good. It had really been good. Just a reminder, guys, first of all, I'm Niz. Thanks for joining me tonight. But this is the CEVO-Open playoffs. We're in the loser's bracket, round 3. It's a best of 3. We're in game 3. Loser of this match goes home. They are out of the playoffs. They are done for this season of CEVO. The winner will advance to the next round, where they'll play another best of 3. And then they've got another best of 3 and another best of 3. And then I think by then they'll get to the grand finals. So they do have a little bit of a rough road. Well, not a rough road, but a long road to get there. But the most important part is if they win this match and then they win their next best of 3, they're guaranteed a spot into CEVO main next season. And that's definitely what they're hoping for. Top 4 is the goal for both these teams. Obviously they want to win it, but I think top 4 is definitely the goal.
10 seconds remaining.
But we're already seeing Team Midnite mixing it up, respecting the fact that they're going up against
reserve time.
Freedom Stack, because they've banned Elder Titan and Tinker. And they do not open with these bans normally. We haven't seen them open with them in any game thus far this series. But they just saw how important the Elder Titan was for that team comp that Freedom Stack ran last game. Team Midnite not having any of it. Banned it out in the first, in the first set of bans. And they also banned out the Tinker. Once again, still similar playstyle to how Hydra's been playing the Naga and the Meepo from game 1. Maybe they've done a little bit of research. They know that someone's really good on the Tinker. Obviously, they've done more research than me and know that, if that is the case. But banning that out, that has freed up a Lion first pick, followed by a Vengeful Spirit and a Sniper, and then a Bat Rider. I believe that was the order. But we've got, who do we have left? That's top tier pick. Well, we've got Bat, Sniper, and Venge, and Lion. Those are all top tier picks, the first 4. But who do we got left? We got a Juggernaut still remaining in the pool. We have Lena, which we haven't seen touched all series long. She's still in the pool. Who else is really popular? Storm and Shadow Fiend. Maybe a little early for those 2 picks. We might see Storm get banned out soon. Maybe this with Team Midnite's 4th ban, as that's a hero that typically likes to jump on Sniper. But we've got a lot of big name heroes. There goes the Shadow Fiend.
Team ban.
We also had a Broodmother ban. Once again, Team Midnite hasn't banned Broodmother at all in this series. But now banning it. I mean, obviously they've done their research. They realize that Broodmother is going to be weak against their lineup, or maybe Freedom Stack's exceptional at playing Broodmother. I don't know, because I don't know what's going on in either Freedom or Indie Bear's head. And they know. They obviously know what they're doing. They've got a plan going into this.
5 seconds
but Indie just completely changing up his bans and now banning out a Naga Siren.
Reserve time.
So they're getting rid of all of Hydra's big heroes, I guess. Now Freedom Stack waiting with their 4th ban. Who do you go? Who do you ban out? Maybe Clockwork. Clockwork's an exceptional hero at helping protect a Sniper. However, it's one hero that's good at closing the gap on Sniper, but you've already got your offlaner in the Bat Rider. So I think Clockwork is a potential ban. They're going to ban out the Bristleback. Serves the same kind of role. I think Clockwork's a little bit better at protecting the Sniper. But still, same kind of role, that big beefy body that can stand up in front of sniper and make it very, very difficult to get to the sniper. So we can just stand there being a turret and just pew, 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 knocking down heroes left, right, and center.
10 seconds.
Which direction will Freedom Stack look to go with this lineup?
5 seconds
Lion,
remaining.
Bat Rider.
Reserve time.
Well, who does Lion and Bat typically pair well with? Earthshaker? I think Earthshaker would be a terrific pickup here. It's a hero that can jump in. It's got some long range to kind of deal with Sniper, but not so much. But it's a hero that pairs exceptionally well with the Lion. It's not too bad against the Bat either. It's, when Bat's got his Firefly going, doesn't really disrupt Bat jumping in with the lasso and trying to come back. I don't think that would be a bad pick for them. You have to wonder if Storm is in the back of their mind as well, and they're dipping way into their reserve time. We've seen saw them do this in game 2 as well.
5 seconds remaining.
The problem with this is now they've got 2 more picks. They have to try and figure out what they're going to go with. It is going to be the Earthshaker, but they have 0 reserve time left. Now, Team Midnite, what do you do? Who do you pick to go with the Sniper? You could go kind of the safe route and not really disclose too much about your team. But I think a hero like Clockwork would be exceptional. I also think a hero like Witch Doctor would pair really well with what they have. The Vengeful Spirit and the Sniper.
5 seconds remaining.
It's just a good... Ooh.
Dire team pick.
That's certainly a little bit of a different way to protect a Sniper. Just throw down a big Chrono. No one can get around that. No one can get through it. There's no way anyone's getting to the Sniper. And Sniper's got such good range that he can be standing back and just pew-pewing with the Sniper. And just knocking down heroes.
Ten seconds remaining.
The crafty one saying in
5
chat that
seconds
I could
remaining.
use a second person to talk to, and sometimes I do.
Radiant team
But it's
pick.
just me solo tonight, and apparently my cat, who's been quite noisy, who's just come in to join me. So maybe we'll hear a little bit of her casting. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully she'll just lie down and go to sleep. But we've got a Death Prophet.
Dire
Oof.
team ban.
I love Death Prophet. Oh, it's been too long. Death Prophet's one of my favorite mid heroes. We're going to see her this game. And people typically think push with
10
Death Prophet, but
seconds
it doesn't
remaining.
have to be that. Death Prophet's really good at putting pressure all over the map. And she can
Radiant
carry
team ban.
quite well. But we're going to have Skywrath paired with the Venge.
Dire team pick.
Last bans are going to be Tidehunter and Lycan. Because, well, Freedom Stack, what do they need right now? They've got their offlaner, the Bat Rider. They've got their mid lane Death Prophet. They've got their support duo with the Lion and the Earthshaker. Now they're just going to choose their safe lane carry. There's no way I can guess this.
10 seconds.
They can go
remaining.
so many different routes, and it's just, it all depends on how they want to play it. Okay, Slark's going to be the pick.
Radiant team pick.
Slark's one of those heroes that can get on Sniper. He can get to him. And then once he's on him, he can kind of stick to him like glue and makes it very, very difficult for Sniper to get away. However, Slark's also one of those heroes who's kind of vulnerable to getting caught in a Chronosphere. So he's going to have to watch for that.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, Team Midnite, they've got their Sniper, which I'm guessing they're parking in the
5
mid lane. They've got
seconds
their
remaining.
Venge and their Skywrath as their support duo. Now, the Faceless Void. Where are you going to put him? In the safe lane or in the off lane? Once again, this is one that's going to be very difficult to predict as well, because they can go either way. Whether they want to safe lane that Void or off laner. It's based on the bans. Freedom Stack banned out an offlaner in the Tidehunter. So they were expecting the Faceless Void to be safe lane. And Indie Bear dipping well into reserve time, but this is the last pick. Why not? Take your time to really make up your mind on what you're going to choose to go with. If you pick another core and put your Faceless Void in the off lane, you're looking to go a little bit later in the game, and that looks like what they're going to do. As I stumble over my words like crazy there. Faceless Void off lane, Sniper safe lane, TA mid, but no, we've got Cunning on the TA and Breezy on the Sniper. So it's a Sniper mid, TA safe lane. Huh. This is certainly different. Well, both teams dipping into their bag of tricks, and once again, another pause. My goodness. These guys love pausing right off the start, and we actually have a DC, so I guess it's worth the pause, as Mystery has DC. But it gives us time to introduce the players and the teams. So on, actually I'll start with the Dire, since we've got one disconnected on the Radiant side. So who do we got on the Dire? Well, we've got Team Freedom Stack. Playing their line is going to be Bergschrund. Playing the Earthshakers, that guy with that weird name, so I just call him Earthshaker. We've got Freedom playing the Death Prophet. We've got Hydra, and you can't really see him, but he's in there playing the Slark, the little fish. And we've got Kaneki playing the Batrider. On the Radiant side, we have Team Midnite playing their Vengeful Spirit. Once again, he's played Vengeful Spirit every game. Today is going to be Indie Bear. We have Cunning, who's going to be playing the Templar Assassin. Not playing with the name Cunning, but he typically goes by the name Cunning, I believe. We've got ABC on the Faceless Void. And we've got Breezy on the Sniper. And we can't see him yet, but he is there somewhere in the nethers of Dota 2. It's Mystery playing... oh, God. I'm blanking on the last tier. I'll get there. I'll get there. How am I forgetting? Skywrath Mage. There we go. Well, it looks like this pause is taking a little bit longer than expected. Seen some predictions coming out in chat from the crafty one. Unfortunately, he's all wrong. All kinds of wrong. I think the Clock was a good pick. I think the Sand King wouldn't have really worked. I mean, offlane Sand King is really weird and really greedy. And they already had the support duo, so I don't think the Sand King would have worked. Timbersaw would have been okay. I believe Slark completely demolishes Timbersaw in a 1v1, so that would allow the supports to really roam around and put a lot of pressure on the mid lane, and that's exactly what Team Midnight doesn't want to have happen. But keep in mind, they are parking a Faceless Void in that off lane, so it's not like he's going to be tying up the supports. But Earthshaker and Lion, they love to move around, those two heroes. And that's going to make this mid a little bit vulnerable, which, judging by the positions that they play, is going to be a sniper. Well, we've got the game resumed, and we've got everyone purchase their items. We've got Boots first on Indie Bear, once again on that Vengeful Spirit. We've also got Boots first on Bergschrund, on the Lion. So no surprises there. That's kind of how they've been going thus far. Mystery has picked up a smoke. And are they going to choose to use this? I don't think so. Although they might. And we also have a set of sentries purchased on the Dire side. It's going to be the Earthshaker holding on to those. Well, everyone's sticking together as 5 here. And well, we've got 4 together for Freedom Stack. In the bottom lane, we've got Kaneki. He's getting everything out by himself. He does have an observer ward, so he is going to get to place that observer ward wherever he wants because there's no Radiant hero down here. Fortunately, the player's lagging a little bit. Oh. Yeah, pings are looking okay so far. Oh, yeah. He says G, so obviously it's cleared up for him. Maybe just a little bit of a packet loss. Or maybe the ping resolved itself by the time I actually typed in the right command. So we're going to have an observer ward placed by the Dire, protecting their safe lane. And this one's also going to block the pull for the Radiant. I find that ward a little bit interesting. That tells me that they don't know. They don't know what their lanes are going to be. Coming out from the Radiant, that ward location right now. I think they're really feeling that this could potentially be an aggressive lane.
The battle begins.
And it could very well be. Ooh, and huge Earth Spike's going to come out. It's going to land on 2, and an even better Fissure as well will block him off. But it's actually Hydra is going to be the one in trouble, as he's going to go down for a first blood. Cunning's going to get the kill there. They're going to keep trying to chase. Will they be able to catch Earthshaker? But another huge Earth Spike will catch 3. And the Earthshaker will be able to get on out of there. But Team Midnite, they were standing there waiting ever so patiently. And it finally paid off for them as they got first blood. Now Breezy taking a little bit of a greedy route, walking through the Dire jungle to get back to mid. He'll take a little bit of harass as a result. But now all the heroes going back to the lanes, and we get to see exactly what those lanes will be. It looks like it's going to be the Faceless Void in the off lane going up against the Slark. And I imagine the Lion and the Earthshaker will make their way back up there. We've got a Death Prophet up against the TA in the mid lane. We've seen this lane many a times in the past. And we've got a TP from the Earthshaker to the mid. Interesting, he's going to drop a Sentry Ward just to stop any kind of meld shenanigans. That leaves the Bat Rider in the off lane going up against the Vengeful Spirit, the Sniper, and eventually the Skywrath Mage. So, how is this game going to pan out? We already saw First Blood. I wonder if Darkseer would have been good. That's an interesting question. I'll have to consider that in a little bit as this game goes on. Maybe in a little bit of a lull in the action. I absolutely love Darkseer, and I think you're onto something there. I think Darkseer actually could have been a potential pick. Well, in this offlane, what do we have? We're going to have Breezy is going to have... Oh no, Mystery DCs one more time. That's really unfortunate, but we're going to have Breezy, once again, being able to deal with Kaneki in this offlane, really be able to push him back. I think just the threat of Mystery being able to come in from the side with a concussive shot and slow down Kaneki really means that he needs to be super careful. If he gets hit by a concussive and a shrapnel, there's pretty much no way Kaneki's going to be able to get out of there alive. So he needs to play very, very cautious in this offlane. He can't play like he was playing the other games, where we saw actually both offlaners playing incredibly greedy. So this game is going to have to play a little bit more conservative. Indie Bear, I imagine he's not going to be on the map much at all. You're not going to see him, and when you do, it's because he's going to be popping out, putting some pressure, potentially on mid. Although Death Prophet, that's a damn fast hero. It's really, really hard to gank her as a support, especially when she gets her boots up really quickly. And India has the advantage of starting with his boots, so he's okay in terms of move speed. He's got 345 right now, and you look at Death Prophet, she's at 294, but once she gets her boots, she's going to jump up, and on top of that, a few levels in Witchcraft, her move speed keeps increasing, so she gets incredibly quick. So it makes her very, very difficult to gank. But with a smoke, you can have the potential of coming in from the top. I can't draw on the map right now. You have the potential of coming in from the top, and if she's kind of pushed up kind of down in this location, you've got a potential to go on her. But yeah, I expect Indybear to try and make a rotation like that. He may try to make a rotation through the river and try to wrap around behind the bat after Mystery's already shown somewhere else. Problem is Bat knows that there's nothing going on with pulls. So he's not going to think, oh yeah, the Venge is just pulling right now. And get greedy and then get picked off because the Venge is standing there waiting. It'll be interesting to see how Indy's able to make any kind of rotations, or maybe he will just continue to stack like this, which is definitely fine. In terms of the top lane, we're gonna have Slark up against Faceless Void, and Slark should be able to manage that lane very easily as well. So that should once again free up the supports to move around. And that's exactly what Earthshaker loves to do. He loves to move around, loves to put pressure on different lanes. Fissure's always a scary, scary ability. Bergstrand as well. He's got his boots. Maybe if both supports rotate onto this TA, they would be able to get a kill. I think with just one, I don't think they're going to be able to. Unless they line everything up with perfect, not only perfect timing, getting in behind the TA and initiating on her, but also being able to go on her at the right time when refraction is not available. Ping's coming out from ABC. Stand in the crafty one. Let's go. Put me in, coach. Oh, I guess we can analyze that Darkseer. So, okay. So if they went with Darkseer, they wouldn't have had the TA. Which means you'd have Sniper mid against Death Prophet. Should be okay. Considering Death Prophet is typically a hero that likes to push the lane quite a bit, that means Sniper is going to be back in a relatively safe position most of the time. So he's not really that vulnerable to the kind of rotations coming out from the Earthshaker and the Lion. That also would shift your Void into the safe lane, which means that's going to tie up your supports a little bit more. You can't really leave your Void up against the Bat Rider. So your supports aren't going to be... I'm selecting Sniper there, but your supports, the Skywrath and the Venge, aren't really going to be able to make as many rotations. Which is okay. You don't really have to make rotations and help Sniper mid. As he, like I said, he'll be back in a little bit more defensive position. And yeah, your main concern is just making sure that your Void has a good start. So that's okay. Your Darkseer in the offlane is going to put a lot of pressure on the Slark. And Ion Shell is going to allow you to get quite a bit. You do have to be a little careful because you can't just rely on Surge to get you out of this top lane because of Fissure. Surge doesn't help you when Fissure just kind of puts a big wall that you can't get around. So you have to be a little bit careful with that. But you can get quite a bit as Darkseer in this game. If the supports do try to move away from this lane and try to put something on Sniper, put pressure on Sniper in the mid lane, then you can be a lot more greedy on the Darkseer, including pulling this camp into your lane like over here. Or even just farming it up yourself. In fact, if the supports are gone for a while, not only are you going to be in the lane farming against Hydra, but you're also going to be farming this camp and even potentially this camp, depending on how much space they give you. You can be really, really greedy as an offlane Darkseer if the supports show on the map. So from the lane standpoint, Darkseer would have actually been a pretty good pick. Going forward, you've got synergy with the Darkseer vacuuming people into Chronosphere, which isn't bad at all. Especially when you can vacuum them into Chronosphere and then lay down Skywrath ultimate, the Mystic Flare. So you have good, strong synergy there. You don't really have to worry about your Void really being your position 1, because I think your Sniper is going to rotate into that role. So you're not 100% relying on your Void to deal all the damage. Then it just comes down to a matter of, can you protect your Sniper? I think you can. You don't really have a Surge to spare to give your Sniper. And Ion Shell, you don't really have a good target besides yourself. I mean, I guess you could put it on Void. And the Surge will always be nice on the Sniper, but... can lay down a nice wall on the back of... Yeah, I don't really see a problem with Darkseer. it's a completely different line of how you'd go about playing the game. But I think it was definitely a viable pick. And I love Darkseer as a hero, so. I feel like I say that about every hero, but the roundness of your skull offends me. Oh, Darkseer. Well, guys, this pause has been a little long. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw it to music, and I'm going to rest my voice, because I'm feeling it already. It's been a lot of action, a lot of stuff to call. And with just me being solo tonight, it's been a little rough. But yeah, I'm going to throw it to music while we wait for this pause. And hopefully it's not too long and we're able to cast this game, because it's been a terrific series thus far. But until then, I'm going to play a little bit more Approaching Nirvana for you guys.
illusion.
Alright, a little awkward getting back into the game there. Or getting back into cast, I should say. But we're back in this. Thankfully, Mystery was able to reconnect. And, well, we just lost a Lion. And now we've also lost a Sniper here as Kaneki is able to get a kill here. But I think Mystery will be able to get a return kill. No, he won't. He will go down and Kaneki manages to survive. Kaneki gets a double. While that was going on, ABC got a kill not only on the Lion, but on the Earthshaker. Both offlaners managing to get a double kill. I don't even know how that happened. And both of them not dying. My goodness.
Is it worth your life?
Guys couldn't have waited. Couldn't have waited for me to get situated again. God, these players. No respect. I'm joking, of course. Wow. Well, what do we got going on? We've got mid lane. Pretty damn even. TA with a slight advantage, 4 CS ahead. But Freedom's going to have an easier time as they get a little bit more levels under her belt. IndieBear roaming around, trying to get stuff done as that Vengeful Spirit, but it's going to be very difficult to do so, as I've already kind of covered earlier on. Now, Breezy and Mystery both struggled in this bottom lane with that getting that double killed by Kaneki. How are they going to get back in this? That's actually our top CS in the game. Well, he just dropped to second, but 16 and 4. That is huge for this Bat Rider. Not only does he have 16 CS, but he has that double kill. And that should lead to a fast blink for him. And that could be absolutely gigantic in terms of being able to shut down the Sniper. And he's going even more aggressive. He's going on Breezy, and I think this one might have not been the right choice, as he's going to get slowed down by the Shrapnel and the Concussive. And he's going to try to run Breezy, standing in the fire. Won't burn. He'll be okay. But they do get a return. They do get a kill there on Kaneki. And yeah, that was maybe a little bit too ambitious from Kaneki. Even if he managed to, even if that panned out a little bit better for him with the rotation from IndieBear, he was definitely going to die. But he'll take that. He'll take that trade for sure. ABC in the offlane. He's got 9 CS. Both these offlaners are getting a lot. I can't believe it. I can't believe how much. I mean, the fact that Faceless Void got a double kill. How does that even happen? I feel like I should be watching that one. I feel like I should have been watching that one instead of the Bat Rider battle. But ooh, ABC's going to walk into both Bergstrand and the Earthshaker, and he's going to get stunned up. He will time walk away, and I think he should be okay. Earthshaker will pop a Clarity. He's not going to have mana to Fissure. Well, he does now. Thanks to that Clarity. He's going to have Fissure in 1 second. Will he throw it out? He actually doesn't have range. Ooh, close. Well, we saw some stacks getting, TA diving onto the Death Prophet in the mid lane, so Cunning getting a kill there. But we saw those stacks coming out from IndieBear. Now Kaneki's going to come in and try and steal them. He's going to get most of the gold there. He will die in the process. But how many of these will Breezy be able to get? Well, he's going to get that one. Which is one of the big camps, or one of the big creeps, which is definitely important. And looks like Cunning's going to get another kill in the mid lane, as he's going to get one onto Earthshaker there.
Never know the mysteries.
Now, Freedom will TP back. Bergstrand taking the top rune. Just a bounty rune though, nothing too significant. But now Cunning will go up there and realize that the rune's gone, so he can't refresh his bottle. And actually hasn't sent out the courier. So I guess he's going to try and make the trek all the way to the bottom to try and get that rune. Rather than Bottle Crow. Oh, he actually passed his bottle off to IndieBear. So Indie's going to go bottle that up and use the illusion rune and then give the bottle back. And we're seeing ABC getting picked off in the top lane. And in the bottom lane, Kaneki using his lasso onto Breezy. And now Breezy is going to take a fall here. One more right click. Oh, the magic stick keeps him alive. Kaneki thought for sure he had that nice play from Breezy. Oh, will he get one more auto attack? He will. Breezy will go down in the end. That was unfortunate. Kaneki will go down here. Mystery will go down as well to the creeps. But once again, that's another double kill for Kaneki. We've seen a lot of kills in this game already. There's 13 kills in just 7 minutes. We're almost at 2 kills a minute. And well, if we compare our safe lane farmers, we got Slark ahead by 10 CS over the sniper. Mid lane's pretty damn even in terms of CS, and in terms of offlaners, the Bat Rider definitely ahead. So if we look at just CS, I think Cunning should be fine here. Oh, maybe
Radiant's
not.
middle tower
That
is
fissure,
under
yeah,
attack.
he's okay. If it blocked him here, which I didn't think it did, but if it blocked him there, then yeah, he could have potentially been in trouble. But he'll be okay. But yeah, if we look at just CS, we have to say that Freedom Stack is definitely ahead, but despite it only being 8 minutes into the game, we're going to switch it over to net worth, and you can see both Cunning and Breezy are leading the way with net worth. So CS isn't everything. And the fact that Cunning's actually died, or sorry, not Cunning, Breezy's died twice in this bottom lane, he's actually second highest in net worth. So CS isn't everything. It's important what you're getting the CS on. Of course, Breezy had it on a couple of the big creeps from that stack thanks to Indie Bear that Kaneki tried to come and steal. He stole most of it, but didn't get all the big guys. And on top of that, Breezy had he's got 2 kills and 2 assists in that lane. I'm not sure exactly how much gold he had lost when he did die, because I mean some of it's going to be reliable gold, so he's not going to lose all of it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We've got a mask, or sorry, not a mask, a Midas. Jeez, it's been a long cast. We have a hand of Midas picked up by the Slark, so playing a little bit longer of a game, relying on the fact that he needs to get a few more levels and definitely a little bit more gold under his belt before he's really going to be able to fight. And going up against Sniper, Void, and TA, he's going to have to fight a little bit later. We already see the Chrono come out from ABC as soon as he's got that available. And I mentioned in the draft, Slark is vulnerable to Chrono. And well, we saw it right there. He got picked off by the Faceless Void there. And that effectively delays the Hand of Midas. Although he's already purchased it, it delays the Hand of Midas. Because he's not going to have used a charge until basically the 10-minute mark. So that's a 10-minute Midas. Which, when you think of it from that standpoint, is very slow. What isn't slow is that Blink Dagger on an offlane Bat Rider who also finished Tranquils. Those aren't just regular boots. They're not just your standard brown boots. He even finished them up into Tranquils, and he has a 10-minute Blink Dagger as an offlane Bat. That is fantastic. He's actually farming better than his safe lane Slark right now. Unreal. Well, I always try and hold off on showing the gold graph until we at least pass the 10-minute mark, but I'm going to take a look at it now. We see Team Midnite ahead, just over 1,500 gold. That's what I'm saying. The CS isn't everything. As we go back to the CS, you see the top 2 CS in the game. Oh, they're actually very, very close now, but it was definitely a lot more Freedom Stack favored. But now it's definitely closed the gap a little bit. And the net worth is, well, it's a little bit different than Freedom Stack favored. Kaneki using that Blink Dagger to jump in, get the lasso off onto Breezy. The Fissure allowed it. But now we have a stomp of the totem, and Breezy will actually just be able to run away. That is one fast sniper with the phase boots and the mask and mask. Now he'll get the assassinate off onto Earthshaker, getting the kill there. Flamebreak was thrown out to try and interrupt that assassinate from Breezy, but just didn't arrive in time. So it'll just be the one kill when it's all said and done.
Radiant's top tower is
in our first 2 games, we saw Cunning get completely ignored and left in the top lane to push down a tier 1 tower by himself. And now, we're seeing Hydra. The one who's in the top lane all by himself, getting completely left alone. Seems like both teams just love this action in both the bottom lane and the mid lane. And we're going to have both supports for the Dire side hanging out in the bottom lane, and drops a sentry ward, making sure that there's no observer ward here, helping to protect the sniper. And that's going to give them a lot of information about how they can set up ganks on the sniper. The Bat needs to know this information, whether or not there's an observer ward there, so he can TP in and then jump in and lasso the sniper. Fissure, unfortunately, doesn't trap the sniper there. He ends up on the other side. Here we go. They know they don't have an observer ward there. The observer ward actually wouldn't even really play a factor here. But Kaneki is going to look to jump in on Breezy. He needs a couple seconds for lasso. There we go. It's finally off cooldown. They're going to use the finger bang. And Breezy just goes down so quickly. ABC is going to jump in now, throw down the chrono. He was going to initially go after the bat, but instead turns around, goes after the Earthshaker. Mystery threw down his Mystic Flare, but they're not really able to get a kill on either. I think the Mystic Flare might have actually been hitting both targets because the Earthshaker didn't really lose much HP at all.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Fortunately, missed that kill on in the mid lane onto Freedom. But both Cunning and Indie combined for that kill, and we're going to see this top tier 1 tower go down. As like I said, Hydra's just been completely left alone. I'll actually back away despite this tower now being in deny range. Ping's coming out. Radiant definitely recognizing the fact that that's in deny range. Kaneki blinking forward, just laying down the fire fly, and they will use... Oh, nice timing there. Coming out from Cunning, making sure he gets the last hit on the tower there, despite them using the glyph to try to delay it. Hydra just got the top tier 1, and you may see the bottom tier 1 fall here. Earthshaker has arrived to try and defend it, but alone he's not really going to be able to do much of anything.
Radiant's top tower is
He
under
may be able to
attack.
throw it a fissure and then deny the tower. And that's maybe what he's going to try to do. Tower now down to 140 HP. So he's not going to be able to deny it because the creeps are on him and unfortunately not on the tower. Well, how's everyone doing in this game? Let's bring up the items and see just where everyone is. We have 2 Masks of Madness on the Radiant side, as both Breezy and ABC have picked it up. Cunning decided to go with a Desolator as his first item on TA. That's a little bit unusual. Typically we see kind of Drums Yasha build. But Lectin goes straight into Desolator. Mystery is invis, and he's going to walk right into the Sentry Ward. And he is going to get cleaned up. There was a ping right after the Sentry Ward went down. And I don't remember which team it was. It must have been the Dire side, because Mystery would have known. And he wouldn't have walked into that. And as soon as he got picked off, he pinged it out as well. Well, we saw Team Midnite do this twice before in the games before, but they were on the Dire side. And oh, they're getting stunned up. Is Hydra going to check? He is. He's going to check in. And he will spot Indie, who will get the stun off on Hydra, but he will immediately get stunned. And then Hydra will get the kill onto him. But there comes ABC. He's going to jump in, throw out the chrono. He's going to catch 2, but the Fissure's there to cover. ABC will still get the kill onto Hydra, but they've just lost Cunning as well. And then the finger bag comes out, and they lose ABC. Buyback coming out from Cunning as he's looking to come and join in the fights. Kaneki trying to chase after the sniper, who has Assassinate available. Will he use it on Kaneki? Apparently he doesn't have vision. He's going to use it now, but he'll actually have to cancel it. But there's Cunning coming back into the fight, getting the kill onto Freedom. We've got Assassinate coming in onto the Earthshaker. Will just be enough to kill him. See, was just hovering around 300 HP. It looks like Lion will get on out of there. And we've got a little bit of calm. As Roche goes down, TA will get the Aegis. It's a 3-for-3 trade when it's all said and done. In the end, I guess you're looking at a trade. You've got basically TA, or Cunning, spending his buyback to secure Roche and getting Aegis. I think that's okay. Immediately, Hydra TPing in and blinking on top of Breezy. And they're also going to use the lasso to get a kill on Indie here as well. Like I said, it's all about closing the gap and getting on top of the sniper. And they've got that with the bat. They've got that fast blink dagger. That's going to be absolutely huge for them. They've got even a Slark who picked up a blink dagger, which is very important as well, because he can just blink right onto the sniper and get on top of him. And even if the sniper tries to run away, there's Pounce. So he can latch him in place. Then on top of that, they even have the long range initiate with the Earthshaker. So it's going to be very, very difficult for the sniper to stay safe. And frankly, I think there needs to be a ward down around here somewhere, trying to protect the sniper if they're going to have him sitting in this lane kind of by himself. But that's exactly why that sentry ward was there. It didn't catch a ward, but because there was no ward there, they see the opportunity, and they're going to constantly go after the sniper. Yeah, ABC kind of on the hunt here with the chrono, looking to leap onto someone. I think they're setting up something to go onto the Slark. They could just decide to go on the Earthshaker instead. Will Mystery get spotted by those creeps? I don't think he did. But ABC will just walk out of the trees and start farming up anyways. Oh, ping's coming out. Kaneki has popped the Firefly. He's going to jump in, go after Breezy, but Breezy has just picked up a Blink Dagger, so he's going to blink to safety. The TP was maybe a little bit too early. And now ABC will come in after he TPs in, throws down the chrono. That'll get them the kill on a Kaneki and onto Freedom as well. Great turnaround coming out from Team Midnite. As what was a potential gank onto Breezy, never mind, Hydra's going to come in, and with that fissure securing the kill, they will get a kill onto Breezy. So they got what they came for. It just took them a little bit more heroes than they expected. Taking a look at the gold graph, and well, it's been, I don't want to call it steady, but it's kind of, the average is around there. About 1,500 gold lead in favor of Team Midnite. Oh, we're going to have Hydra pouncing onto ABC, who's also landed, gets hit with a fissure. Echo Slam will secure the kill there. And now Mystery's in trouble as well. And I don't think we're going to have any other TPs. No one else has TPs. Cunning actually did, but he's not going to TP in. We've had a lot of fights. We have 32 kills in just 18 minutes. Just under a kill a minute. And oh, Cunning did actually TP in, and now he's going to try to chase down the Earthshaker as he's already claimed the kill on the Lion. And 2 auto attacks is all it takes with the Desolator and a meld. My goodness. That can't be balanced. Well, let's quickly cycle through all the heroes, see what we got thus far. We've got Radiant
structures are
800 gold. That's not too bad for support at this point in the
Dire's
game. Breezy, he's got that blink ticker, and I think that's incredibly important for him. He needs to be able to blink to get away from all these people trying to blink on him. And as long as he's on top of his reaction time, he should be okay. Cunning, choosing to go Desolator, then getting Yasha, then getting a Blink Dagger. It's kind of the backwards way of doing it for the kind of the old TA build, but definitely making it work this game. Sees our top net worth by quite a large margin. And actually, he'll after they get the tower, he'll actually jump after the Lion, and Breezy will finish that off with an Assassinate. But they both get hit by a fissure, and they need to be careful here. Kaneki's coming from the side, doesn't have lasso available though, so they don't really have to be that careful in the end. Not the biggest threat.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Faceless
attack.
Void, ABC just has the Mask of Madness still. And I guess that means we should just move on over to the Dire side. We've just got the Yules finished now for Freedom. That is a really, really late Yules for Death Prophet. And well, I haven't really seen him do much this game. He's 0-4-1. He's been struggling. And the fact that it took him that long to get the Yules is exactly evidence of that. But now that he has that, he can start playing a little bit more aggressive. It's going to give him the mana regen to start farming up a little bit more. And definitely allow him to get back in the game. But it'll also allow him to teamfight a lot better. He has the Yules as his defensive item to protect him. He's probably not going to be using it too offensively. His Death Prophet typically just uses a defensive item anyways. But once you're really snowballing out of control on a Death Prophet, you can really start using it offensively. But I don't think we're going to see any of that this game. But good to see Freedom at least completing the Yules and allow him to kind of get his way back in this game. As, like I said, we haven't really seen too much from him thus far. Kaneki, though, we've seen him all over the place. 9, 4, and 3. He's been a part of 12 of the 17 kills for his team. It's phenomenal. So he has Blink Dagger, he's got his Force Staff, and he's going for Yules as well. That's a big Bat Rider at this point in the game. They're smoked up as 4, and they're going to be looking for a kill. They're going to find Breezy. Oh my god, that couldn't have been any worse for Breezy. Oh, not only were they running right to him, but he even walked up right onto the high ground. So it's not even like he was going to have time to blink react to anything. He was directly on top of them when he had vision. But nice smoke bank from Freedom Stack. Well, how far along is the Earthshaker? 500 gold. Still quite a ways from the Blink Dagger, but he's getting there. Definitely getting there. He's already got his foundation. He's got his magic wand. He's got his arcane boots. He's set. The Blink Dagger will come. Just got to work on not dying and positioning well in the team fights, and he'll be okay. ABC's going to come in. He will get lassoed immediately. Hydra's on top of him. Will we get a chrono? No, he won't. He'll die before the lasso ends. But Kaneki goes down as well. The Echo Slam will come out and secure the kill onto Cunning. We've also lost Indie Bear in the process. Now Mystery running for his life from these scary Death Prophet ghost spirit things, whatever the hell they're called. It's a thing from the Exorcism. What are they actually called? Evil spirits. That's close. I said spirit. But 3 heroes will go down for Team Midnite. And this game is so close. Like you can't say that there's a team that's ahead yet. I really don't feel like there is. Hydra has since finished an S and Y. So definitely making item progression, and despite the fact that they're constantly fighting, he's 2, 3, and 9. He's been a part of 11 of 21 kills. He's been fighting. He's been active on the map. Despite that, he still has item progression. That's thanks to picking up the Hand of Midas. Hand of Midas can be a greedy item if you're going to farm and you're allowing the Hand of Midas to just help you farm better, but it doesn't just have to be that. You can use the Hand of Midas to hit your core item and then get really aggressive on the map, and the Hand of Midas will help you continually progress with your items as you're constantly ganking. So it kind of supplements the fact that you're not stopping to farm. Just by... I mean, you're stopping to use Hand of Midas, but you're not actually stopping to clear a creep camp. And we already have Bergstrand with the Blink Dagger. I think the Earthshaker one's a little bit more important, and he's halfway there. That's quite significant. Hydra has found Cunning in the jungle, but he's not the one chasing. He's the one being chased. ABC will jump in, throw down a Chrono to interrupt the TP coming out from Hydra. And well, 4 heroes on Team Midnite will combine for the kill there. Indie Bear swaps Kaneki, trying to get them another. He's able to force staff himself away. And he'll be okay. He's got insane movement speed, despite his Tranquils being disabled thanks to that Yules. We've got Freedom Stack looking like they want to potentially engage here, but maybe now thinking a little bit better of it. Gonna hide behind their tier 2 before they try anything too crazy. Breezy has just picked up a BKB. What are they looking to do? I don't think they really want to engage on this. They don't have their Slark for 20 seconds. They do just use Glyph. And will they lose their Earthshaker? They will. Kaneki will get the lasso off onto Cunning, which will pull him back into tower. And thanks to Refraction, he's really not taking much damage at all. In the meantime, Breezy's just got a double kill as he kills the Lion. And there's that Yules coming, showing its value as Freedom. It manages to get a kill onto Cunning. Breezy almost finishing off Freedom, but not able to secure that. Kaneki now will chase after Indie Bear. The flame break's already been used. There's no way to interrupt the TP from Indie Bear, and he'll be able to get back to safety. These fights have just been absolutely crazy, and I think now we can take a look at the gold graph and look at how close this game is. Just when we thought Team Midnite had starting to get a little bit far ahead, well, suddenly it comes right back to them. And Freedom Stack is well, about 1,000 gold lead right now. But this one's definitely anybody's game at this point. Going forward though, who's got the late game? I think Team Midnite has the heroes that are going to scale a little bit better going into the late game, but you got to get there. And Death Prophet is good at making sure that you don't get there. So it's going to be interesting. And although Freedom had a little bit of a slow start, after picking up that Yule Scepter, definitely coming into his own. 2, 4, and 3, still not the most impressive score, but he's becoming a hero in these team fights. And he's just now picked up a BKB. He even has a DD bottled right now. I don't think we're actually going to have a fight where he's going to be able to use that. But he's like I said, he's definitely becoming a force in these team fights. Kaneki's just been definitely MVP for this game. He's been doing so much on this Bat Rider. Very impressed with this Batrider play. Well, we've got a smoke getting used. Mystery and ABC are smoked behind Cunning. Indie Bear's hanging out behind him, and Breezy is as well. They're not smoked, those two. Now ABC will actually lead the way with that smoke. Looking for a potential time walk chrono, and he will find two on Freedom and Kaneki. Freedom will go down immediately. Cunning just blows him up with the meld. And Lion was in the back, and he gets picked off too. Now they're going to go after Hydra, who will get swapped. He is forced to use his ultimate. Breezy TPs, or sorry, blinks, to try and cut Hydra off, but Hydra jukes him a little bit. But doesn't really get that far away, as he ends up in the middle of all 5 heroes on Team Midnite. And they get 3-man pickoff. Terrific play from ABC. Looked for an opening, and as soon as he saw it, time walks in, gets a big chrono off on probably the 2 most important targets that he could. And that allows them to get the immediate kill on Freedom. And that's what you have to do. You have to immediately kill Death Prophet in a fight. If you don't, you're going to have to just deal with the spirits. And you're going to have to deal with the fact that Freedom's going to be throwing out a million billion silences. Because Death Prophet's silence is actually incredible. It is so damn good. This thing is gigantic, the AoE. It's a 6-second duration, 11-second cooldown. Your silence half the time, basically, going up against a Death Prophet that's able to do whatever she wants. She's a hero that's adept at controlling the fights. And, well, one way to stop her from doing that is just killing her immediately. She's not able to dish out the damage because she can't get her exorcism off. And on top of that, she's not able to control the fight with her silences and Yules if she's able to actually use that offensively rather than defensively. Yeah, now we're 26-22, and I have a feeling if we look at the goal graph again, it's going to be Team Midnite. Yeah, it's come right back up. This game, so close. And it's very indicative of what we've seen all series long. Game 1 was a pretty damn close affair, but Team Midnite won that one. Game 2, I want to say it was a little less close. But Freedom Stack pulled off some incredible teamfight coordination to win that one. And well, Game 3, this one we're pretty much deadlocked. At even right now between these two teams.
Already.
If we look at the confidence on the map, you have to say that Freedom Stack feels a little bit more confident on the map. I'd say they feel comfortable in this area. All this stuff. That's probably their most, their safest part of the map, or where they feel comfortable actually going on the map. Team Midnite, they don't really have that much confidence. I think they can push up pretty far in the top lane, but they haven't been thus far. So basically, they're more confident kind of in that area, and less so down there. Hopefully you were looking at the minimap while I said that. Yeah, it's going to be a little difficult for them to push out. They have very offensive wards, and that's going to help them really push out and put some pressure onto Freedom Stack. But Freedom Stack, surprisingly, has some pretty defensive wards, stopping any kind of those rotations that Team Midnite would look to do. It's kind of the opposite of how you'd...
Shrapnel!
If you just looked at the heroes in this game, you'd think Team Midnite would be okay with just kind of sitting back and farming a little bit. But it's actually Team Midnite, the ones that are kind of more looking... Bergstrand getting stuck in the trees there with his blink. But yeah, it's Team Midnite that's more looking to kind of go on the aggressive, at least with their ward locations. And Freedom Stack, I'm actually a little surprised to see that they're a little bit more defensive in their posture as well. They're getting really close to this blink dagger on the Earthshaker. That's definitely going to turn things around in the fight. But we just had 2 huge pickups for Team Midnite as ABC manages to finish his Egg Scepter on the Faceless Void. But at the same time, Cunning also finishes his Assault Cuirass on the Templar Assassin. And I haven't even checked. What does Breezy have? It's got a Mantis since I last checked. The sniper's starting to get real scary. Problem is you just have too many targets to deal with. You've got a TA, you've got a Void. Both of them are kind of jumping in. They're going to be in your face. And then you've got to deal with them because the TA is doing so much damage right now. The Void, not so much, but he'll get there. And that means if you're dealing with those targets, you're not dealing with Breezy, who's just standing in the back, pew-pewing away on the sniper. And he's starting to deal a lot of damage. Not able to go through the backdoor protection on this tier 2, but he's still doing a lot of damage. And looks like this tier 2 is just going to go down.
Dire's top tower
Freedom
has
Stack's going to
fallen.
be perfectly fine with letting that one go, but Team Midnite says, well, we're not just here for the tier 2, we're going for the tier 3. Freedom's already TP'd to defend.
Dire's top tower is
Ooh,
under
here we
attack.
go. Earthshaker just finished Blink Dagger. This is a very important timing, especially because Team Midnite doesn't know.
Structures are
I
fortified.
don't think they even saw from that creep wave. Chances are they wouldn't have been able to select the Earthshaker that quickly anyways. Team Midnite got all the TP responses. Now they're just going to back away. Aegis was just reclaimed anyways. Now I think they're just going to probably sit back, farm, and wait for next Roche. And that'll probably be our next big fight. Gem picked up by Indy on the Vengeful Spirit. Mystery has picked up a Void. So, oh, we're going to have a lasso from Kaneki onto Cunning. And Indy the Bear's there with a swap, but an even better Chronosphere. Actually, never mind. They're actually taking the brunt of the damage here as Freedom's dealing so much damage with that exorcism. They've already lost 3 heroes. Now they're going to try to chase. They use both Yules under both Breezy and Mystery. Freedom getting quite low. Breezy was forced to pop his BKB. They do get the kill on the Mystery. Breezy's the only one up. He's going to try to get another kill on Kaneki there. He will get it. Now it's just Breezy up against 2, but he will go down. So what was looking like a pretty good initiation, or sorry, I should say counter initiation from Team Midnite. I countered the initiation from the lasso with the chrono. And that was looking good, but very quickly, Freedom Stack started to deal a lot of damage. And I think a lot of that was actually through the exorcism of the
Radiant's
Death
middle
Prophet.
tower is under attack.
And with Team Midnite losing 2 heroes incredibly quickly, incredibly early on in the fight, they quickly found themselves in a not so desirable
Radiant
situation.
structures are fortified.
And that allowed Freedom Stack to get a 4 for... Sorry, it was a 5. It was a 5 for 3. There we go. I can count, I promise. It also allowed Hydra to finish his eye of Scotty. So going forward, what is Team Midnite going to do here? I think smoking up right now is kind of a little predictable, but I think it actually would still be a pretty good play. Maybe they're going to wait a little bit later. You want to kind of play around when Roche could potentially be up, because if you get a pick and then that allows you to get Roche, that's a huge swing in your favor. So you kind of want to line that up with when Roche could potentially be up. They're going to know exactly, but they want to play around this timing, the 8-minute timing, to hopefully get a good Roche spawn timer aligned with their pickoff. This is assuming you actually get a pickoff, but when you smoke, you're hoping to get a pickoff to begin with. So it's a 100 gold investment to potentially get a pickoff. And look at that, we actually have almost an instant Roche respawn. 12 seconds after his potential time he could be up. Team Midnite will know that immediately. And there's no wards here that are going to give them information about this. Well, this observer ward actually would have told them a bunch about Breezy's position. It was pretty clear he was running this way and not through the bottom marine location. Look at how fast
Roshan has
that Roche
fallen
went down.
to the Radiant.
Secret kept.
Dire was kind of gathering up there, but they had no chance of getting down there in time. Once again, this Venge just reducing the armor. That combined with the Desolator is basically no armor whatsoever on that Roshan. About 1,000 gold in favor of Team Midnite right now. It's actually kind of strange saying that the two cores, or the two main cores, on Team Midnite are significantly ahead of the ones on Freedom Stack.
Ah,
But if you look at the
this will come in
supports, the
handy.
supports on Team Midnite are lacking, are kind of quite a bit behind. Sky, not so much, but the Vengeful Spirit, quite a bit. Indy hasn't really made too much item progression. He's 0, 5, and 6, and unfortunately every team fight he's kind of been the sacrificial lamb. He just has to swap his teammate every time he gets put in a bad situation. And that typically means that Indy's going to die instead. As soon as they saw Hydra making that rotation, the ping spam came out, and Hydra realized that his move speed had been slowed. Immediately pings out that there's a ward up here. It's actually not there. It's up here. Still gives him vision of roughly the same area, but this is a lot less often to be counter-warded. Less frequently counter-warded. So Radiant's just kind of hanging out in this mid lane, deciding what to do. They are actually completely under a dire observer ward, so Freedom Stack knows everything that's going on. Oh, Kaneki will blink forward. He will get the lasso off onto Breezy. And Breezy will almost go down. Huge chrono coming out. Breezy will just get the cheese off, and that was absolutely huge as we lost Lion and Bat Rider. Now Death Prophet goes down. Even the Earthshaker. Oh my god, everyone's dying so quickly here for Freedom Stack. Now I've got a little bit of a man's fight. Hydra will go down. He does get Breezy in the process. Actually, Kaneki does get the kill. But that was mainly thanks to the amount of damage that Hydra was putting out. Now Hydra will buy back. At least, hopefully, deter them from pushing into the top and go after the Rax. But well, they're already taking the tier 3. It looks like they want the Rax. Rax is gonna go down, I think. Kaneki will get swapped. Good play there from Indy Bear. I think we're gonna see our first set of Rax go down as the top lane gets claimed. Now they're gonna make the rotation down to potentially go for Hydra. Ping came out that they left this top range Rax at 5 HP. They'll get it now with the illusion. Hydra looking like he wants to engage on them. He's going to go after Mystery. He will get the pounce. The Astro will come down, but he's going to go down. Nice. Fissure and Earth Spike will catch 2. And that'll allow them to turn around and get the kill onto Cunning here. Hydra needs to be careful though. So much damage comes out from Cunning. He almost got the kill on the Lion. Got him incredibly low. I don't know if they should stay for this or try to. Cunning is going to be able to blink away anyways. So Team Midnite does get a set of Rax in the top lane. Then they stay for mid.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is under attack.
I mean, it cost them. It cost them a few deaths, but they got the second set of Rax, and that is very, very important. It's one Rax is pretty punishing, but a second set of Rax makes it very, very difficult to push out of your base. And on top of that, you're getting a lot less gold and experience from the waves pushing at you from those two lanes. A lot of people actually don't know that. You get less gold and experience from the enemy wave of creeps when the Rax is down. So basically, Hydra up here in the top lane, because he's already lost his top set of Rax, he's getting less gold and experience from these creeps. You see the gold popping up. It's like 19, 21, 20. Let's watch TA, 44. See the difference? A lot of gold difference. It's almost like you're farming. You have to farm twice as many creeps to be on equal footing. But teams have come back from this. This is definitely not an insurmountable lead. And actually, let's take a look at the gold graph. And yeah, that last fight was very, very huge. Almost 12k lead. ABC's going to jump forward. He's going to get fissured, not able to get the chrono off. And that means I think he's going to die. Yes, he is going to die before he's able to get the chrono off. Freedom coming in with that silence. And now, desperately running for his life with the extra symbol, but we'll get the Eels. And Cunning will take a lot of damage, but Freedom will go down.
Truth is
The rest of his team will retreat to the high ground.
unworthy.
Team Midnight did lose a little bit of HP, but they're going to be alright, and I think they're just going to try to push for this Tier 3. And get their last set of racks. Tier 3 dropping pretty quickly, but Kaneki jumps in with the lasso onto Cunning, who will get finger banged, but dies almost immediately because Breezy was attacking him. Hydra is now caught in the Chrono and the Mystic Flare. He'll go down as well. And all 5 heroes are dead on the Dire side. None of them have buyback. And it looks like Team Midnight's going to take this game. Good game, well played, will get called. And Team Midnight will indeed not only take this game, but they will take the series. And that means they will advance to the losers bracket round 4 of the CEVO playoffs. Unfortunately, Freedom Stack will be eliminated. But hopefully they'll stick around for next season of CEVO, as this is a fantastic tournament. But Team Midnight, that wasn't the most dominant win. It was definitely a very, very close series, but I think they did play better in Game 3, and they were definitely deserving of that victory. So they will advance, and hopefully they'll let me cast their next series, which I believe should be on Wednesday. I believe it's on Wednesday. I'll have to check that. I should know this, but I'll check right now for you guys. Yeah, it's going to be on the Wednesday. So, yeah, hopefully they'll let me cast that, and I'll be casting whoever they play. And I believe it will be the loser of Orenda versus Istari. So if Istari lost that game today, then we're going to have a rematch between Team Midnight and Istari. And if Orenda loses that, then we're going to see Team Midnight go up against Orenda, the team that we saw last night in the SCS Finals. So that should be exciting. Either of those matchups should be pretty damn exciting. I can't wait already. Well, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that cast. It was a lot of fun for me. Like I said, the series was incredible. All 3 games was fantastic. I had a ball casting, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the cast and had a lot of fun watching. And hopefully you'll come back later, either whether it's for Wednesday to see Team Midnight into the next round, or maybe you stick around for Thursdays or Sunday nights when I'm casting SCS. But it was a pleasure, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed. But that's going to be it for me tonight. Hopefully you'll check out all my channels, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Everything's NizCast, nice and easy to find. Hit me up with a follow or subscribe, whatever it's called, and whichever channel. But yeah, also, if you have any feedback, please let me know. Find a way to contact me, whether just talk about it in chat, message me on Twitter, even Twitch message. I check those occasionally. Yeah, let me know how I'm doing. If there's anything I can improve, that would be fantastic if you can give me any kind of feedback like that. If you're looking to watch any of these games later, they will be up on my YouTube by tomorrow morning. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer than the morning, but they'll be up around sometime tomorrow morning. But yeah, like I said, that's it for me tonight. And hopefully everyone has a good night. I'm out. Thanks for watching.